Alex here, and this is episode 2 of the Hexagon Challenge. And this is going to be an update after the first season's finished. And, well, how did we get on? As you can see from this little thing, it shows that AS Tanda in fact won the league, which is kind of crazy. Should we see how we did it? Well, let's have a look. We're currently 5 games into the new season, so just ignore that we're 5th. I mean, just ignore it. It's fine. We'll come back. So as you can see, we won the league by 5 points, a monumental 5 points. We had a good season, to be fair, and we had a steady rise to the top, which couldn't be stopped by anyone. And we performed very well in the second half of the season. We went about 18 games unbeaten. So yeah, very proud of that. And unfortunately, we didn't do very well in the cup competitions, but you can't win them all, can you? And this season, we've already won the kind of the Ivorian equivalent of the Community Shield, called the. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that; it's a bit crazy. But we won it on penalties against WAC. Yeah, it was a pretty boring game, but what can you do? We still won on penalties, and that's all that matters. We've had quite a mixed bag start this season, really. We conceded a lot of goals, but we've also scored quite a few as well. And hopefully we'll be able to put this recent defeat against FC Muso behind us, really, and try and kick on. As it's a Hexagon Challenge, I'm not really expecting to stay probably longer than 2 years in every club that I go to, unless it's like a big club and we're like getting very close to winning the Champions League every season, and it takes like a third season just to like kind of get over the line. So I have kind of been putting my nose in different jobs, like not applying for any, but just kind of having a look, seeing what's around. And when I kind of did a bit of research on who'd won the African Champions League recently, it was more Egyptian teams than Tunisian teams. So I've had those leagues loaded up, and I'm looking at whenever a big job comes available for them, really, or any of these big clubs, to give me that best opportunity to get in the African Champions League. But of course, I'm still having a look over at like the New Zealand League and all that. Let's have a look just to see how that's going. But if I can get like the biggest team in New Zealand, we basically won the Oceanic Champions League. So if I can give that a go, then we'll be fine. It seems like Eastern Suburbs are like the best team. They won it last year. They're already doing very well this year. So if we can get that, we'll be golden, really. We're not actually involved in the Champions League yet, so that's confusing me a little bit. Maybe Wellington were the year before. Let's have a look. I'm guessing the O League. Yes, okay, so Auckland City have kind of won it outright every year. So if we can get Auckland City, I think we'll be golden. But they're not doing too well at the moment, sitting 6th, and I don't think they did very well last year either. If we just keep going back, yeah, they're currently sitting 6th. Should we see where they came last season? Yeah, so this is just me kind of doing my research. They came 2nd last year, so it's not too bad. Anyway, let's actually focus on the point at hand, which is AS Tanda's first year and my first season in management as a complete nobody, really. Well, let's have a look at me first, because this is about me, all about me. I bagged my National B license for coaching, so I've slowly got a bit better on that. My knowledge of Ivory Coast has gone up, and 2 trophies in the bag in one season is pretty good, and we're pretty happy about that. So yeah, it's a good start. And yeah, let's have a look at the teams that did it for us. Well, most of the team that did it for us, bar a few exits. Sansoro was our best player by far. Top goal scorer in the league, playing as a shadow striker for us. He was just scoring goals for fun last year. 21 games, 14 goals, 7.53. It's a pretty good return, if you ask me. had a few players who did very well, like Stefan Buffon or Bafor was good. He's quite a good player, to be fair. And a lot of these players are very quick, and I know it's kind of a stereotype, but they just are. It's just crazy. So it's a very fast league, and yeah, if you've got slow centre backs, you're basically doomed. If you play in this league, it's crazy. So let's have a look at our transfers for last season. If there was one major one, which was Moussa Toure from the Ivor Academy. I'm not even going to bother. And yeah, he was pretty good for us. He only played like 11 games, 8 games last year, and did well. 7.06 is good enough. It cost us 20k, which is quite a hefty fee. I think that was all our transfer budget last year. We also brought in Alassane Diaby, who actually turned out to be one of our best players. I mean, look how balanced he is. He's literally good on everything. Maybe apart from penalty taking, which is a bit of an outlier, but it's a bit of a weird outlier to have, really. But 7.40, playing as a wide midfielder on the right, was very good for us. 25 games, which means he only missed one game last season. And he did very well. Good signing. We also brought in Jeremy Kimakon, who actually used to play for PSG, if I remember right. Yeah, he used to be at PSG. And he came to us on a free, just a bit of cover really on that right side and on the wings. And he was, good in the games that he played in. So can't ask for much more than that. There was one major, or a couple of major exits actually. Marshall and Guran, who's a striker. He wasn't really going to play for me really. I thought I'd cash in, and that doesn't really say to me that he was going to be any good. The 6.55 rating. So yes. And this is Toussaint Conan, who also left as well. I mean, I couldn't really see him playing. And to be fair, I'm not too fussed about selling him on and getting a bit of money for him. And the major exit, actually, the biggest exit, was Latif Salifu, who left to go to the Saudi Arabian leagues. And yeah, he was scoring quite a few. Well, he was scoring goals for us and getting good ratings, but it was just too much to turn down. He was turned. He wanted to go, so thought I'd let him go. And his rating there hasn't been too great, so I think we've done well to move him on. And he was 27, so he wasn't going to get much better than he already was. So moving on to this season and the players that we've already bought in ahead of our campaign. Jakob Maite is our big shell out this year, and his attributes already show that he's going to be, he's already got the skills to be good enough at this level. He has joined from San Pedro in our league and was one of their best players, probably their best player, getting a 7.10 last season. He's already showing he's going to be good enough this year as well, showing he can return the money that we paid for him, which was 34 grand, which is a hefty amount of our transfer budget, to be fair. And there's a few free transfers that came in as well. A few that I've just kind of bought in because they're Ivory Coast players from foreign leagues that we couldn't actually afford to scout. They weren't brilliant. That's kind of my own fault for being stupid and assuming that they were going to be good. But yeah, it was Ibrahim Kone, who's a left back, just a bit of cover really, just to fill up the numbers. The registration rules are quite weird here. You're only allowed 25 players maximum, and 4 foreign players, and we haven't got any foreign players because we just haven't really found any that are going to be good enough for us. And then you have to have 6 homegrown players, so it's kind of difficult to make sure you're kind of filling those quotas really. Marius Camara, who's actually got some good technical attributes, and he could do some work on the rest, but he's going to be good as an attack midfielder and possibly some cover for us as well. So. And Yusuf Samahora, who's actually gone out on loan because of those quotas. We can't really use all the players that we want to use, so he's gone out on loan to get some experience. A good centre back. Probably hasn't got the attributes that he needs at the moment, but one determination. Is he ever going to get that? Who knows? And a few players left as well, just on freeze. But that's just what happens, especially when they're not good enough. So yeah. This is, I'm going to leave it here probably for this episode. And hopefully we can win the league again this year, and hopefully we can have a bit of a run in the African Champions League when that starts in February. So we've got 3 months till then. If that goes well, of course, I'll be doing a video before the end of the season. But I mean, I think Ivory Coast is the 9th highest rated league in Africa, so there'll be better teams than us for sure. And I don't think we'll go all the way anyway. However, if we do, there will be a video. So that rounds us off for today. Hopefully you'll be joining me for episode 3 come the end of this season. That'll be me saying goodbye. Until next time.